A coalition of northern groups, CNG, has kicked against the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo-led National Council on Privatization and the Bureau of Public Enterprise plan to privatize Calabar, Ihovobo, Olorushogo, Omotosho and Gerije power plant. They say that the process is being perpetrated against Nigerians collectively and Northerners in particular. The spokesperson of the group, Abdul Aziz Suleiman, while briefing newsmen on Tuesday, said that the assets do not belong exclusively to the federal government, but the three tiers of government.
We note especially with utter perplexity and concern the proposal for the privatization of subsidiary companies of the Niger Delta Power Holding Company, which, in the pretext of mitigating the budgetary constraints faced by the federal government through the proceeds of the privatization. The CNG has studied the proposal carefully and concluded that it is the most dubious, unreasonable, and unacceptable act of injustice that is being perpetrated against Nigerians collectively and Northerners in particular. We observe that the assets under consideration do not belong exclusively to the federal government, but the three tiers of government. We demand an immediate and unconditional discontinuation of this or any subsequent move to privatize the said assets, and immediate and complete reversal and observance of the initial agreement to revolve the power generation projects to the north. We categorically declare that the north would go to any length to challenge the continuance of this dubious plan without involving the region in the discourse to determine, in the context of the applicable policy, legal and regulatory framework, the appropriate legal framework or legislation under which the transactions will be implemented. We finally remind our elected representatives at all levels that in the fullness of time, they will be called to account for their neglect to stand up and speak out for the truth in this circumstance.
The